We don't see things as they are, we see them as we are. Anais Nin wrote that decades ago, but today, it's not just a quote, it's a mirror. Because most of us don't realize this simple truth. We're not reacting to life, we're reacting to our conditioning. Every belief, every fear, every instinct you think is just who you are is actually a lens you inherited, absorbed, or learned to survive. And until you challenge that lens, you're not seeing reality. You're seeing a reflection of your past. Personality is the filter through which we interpret reality. Two people can walk into the same room, hear the same words, and walk away with entirely different conclusions. Why? Because perception is never neutral. It's shaped by personality traits, conditioning, and unspoken fears. Alpha, beta, sigma dynamics, a constructed lens. We often talk about social hierarchies in shorthand: alpha, beta, sigma. While these labels oversimplify human complexity, they reveal how conditioning pushes us to see status in almost every interaction. The alpha lens: someone raised to equate dominance with value may admire or fear authority. They see leaders as bigger-than-life figures, assuming confidence equals competence. Their perception is filtered through the belief that louder and stronger means better. The beta lens: a person conditioned to seek safety and approval may defer to others by default. They see themselves as supporting characters rather than central players. Their perception of opportunity is narrowed, and they often underestimate their own power. The sigma lens: some reject the hierarchy entirely, choosing independence. But conditioning still plays a role. Many who adopt the sigma stance grew up feeling misunderstood or dismissed. Their perception is shaped by the belief that true freedom lies in self-sufficiency, sometimes at the cost of connection. These dynamics don't define destiny, but they do reveal how much conditioning influences what we notice and how we interpret status. Steps to shift your lens. Notice your automatic judgments. Every time you label someone or a situation, pause, ask yourself, is this my perception or is it my conditioning speaking? Awareness is the first step toward change. Challenge old beliefs. Write down beliefs that guide your behavior. Louder means stronger. Approval equals safety. Independence requires isolation. For each, ask, is this universally true, or was it useful once but no longer serves me? Test new behaviors in safe spaces. If you're conditioned to withdraw, speak up in a low-stakes environment. If you're conditioned to dominate, try listening first without judgment. Each small experiment rewires perception. Observe without reaction. Learn to notice behavior without instantly assigning meaning. For example, if someone is quiet, instead of assuming weakness, observe actions, consistency, and results. Seeing without projecting old stories is powerful. Reflect and adjust daily. Keep a journal of moments when your lens misled you. Write down the original assumption, the actual outcome, and what this teaches you about your conditioning. Daily reflection reinforces awareness and clarity. This step-by-step practice gradually reshapes perception, turning instinctive reactions into conscious choices. Over time, you'll notice fewer distortions and more reality. How alphas and sigmas misread each other. These lenses don't just shape how we see ourselves, they shape how we interpret others. Take the alpha-sigma dynamic. Alphas often misunderstand sigmas as aloof, passive, or lacking ambition. Conditioned to equate visibility with value, they may see the sigma's quiet independence as disengagement or weakness. But sigmas aren't avoiding leadership, they're rejecting hierarchy. Their power lies in autonomy, not dominance. More subtly, alphas may perceive the sigma's calm self-assurance as arrogance. Because sigmas don't seek external validation, they don't perform confidence, they embody it. This quiet certainty can feel threatening to someone conditioned to equate confidence with charisma. To an alpha, the sigma's refusal to compete may look like superiority. But it's not about being better, it's about being free. On the flip side, sigmas often spot what others miss, performative confidence. Conditioned to observe from the margins, they're attuned to subtle cues, overcompensation, inflated language, status signaling. They can sense when an alpha's confidence is real and when it's a mask for insecurity. This mutual misreading creates tension. The alpha may try to assert control while the sigma quietly resists. But when both become aware of their conditioning, something shifts. The alpha learns that strength isn't volume. The sigma learns that independence doesn't require isolation, and perception begins to evolve. If any part of this is hitting closer than you expected, if you're starting to see the patterns you inherited, the lenses you never questioned, or the ways conditioning has been shaping your reality, I made something that can help. It's a free set of chapter previews and guided perception exercises designed to help you see yourself more clearly. You'll find the link in the description. How insecurity warps perception. Insecurity is like a cracked mirror. It distorts everything you see. Someone insecure in their abilities may interpret constructive feedback as rejection. They may project hostility where none exists, assuming people are judging them. They filter reality through fear, seeing threats instead of opportunities. At the other extreme, narcissism often grows from the same root-deep insecurity. Narcissists inflate their self-image to shield themselves from feelings of inadequacy. Their perception is warped in the opposite direction. They see every slight as an attack on their specialness, and every interaction as a chance to reassert superiority. Both insecurity and narcissism are not just distortions, they're defenses. They protect the psyche from pain, but at the cost of clarity. When your perception is shaped by wounds, you don't see people, you see projections. You don't hear feedback, you hear threat. You don't experience connection, you calculate risk. Healing begins when you stop asking, "Is this true?" and start asking, "Is this fear?" That shift doesn't just change how you see others, it changes how you see yourself. And that clarity becomes even more powerful when we explore how temperament, introversion, and extroversion interacts with conditioning to shape our sense of authenticity. Practical strategies for healing distorted perception. Healing distorted perception begins with noticing the subtle ways your mind filters reality. When you react with fear, judgment, or defensiveness, it's rarely about what's happening in front of you. It's often a reflection of unresolved wounds or old conditioning. Insecurity warps perception by turning neutral feedback into personal attacks and neutral interactions into threats, while narcissism magnifies small slights into monumental betrayals. The first step toward clarity is to pause and name what you're feeling, recognizing that the intensity often comes from past patterns rather than present reality. Reflection is essential. When you observe your reactions without judgment, you begin to see the difference between projection and truth. Over time, consistently noticing these distortions and questioning their origin allows your mind to gradually untangle fear from reality, projection from observation, and assumption from fact. This process reshapes your inner lens, enabling you to perceive others more accurately, respond with calm intention rather than reflexive defense, and experience relationships with greater authenticity. Healing is not about perfection. It is about cultivating clarity and presence so that your perceptions are guided less by old fears and more by what actually exists. Introverts versus extroverts, processing authenticity. Conditioning also interacts with temperament. Introverts and extroverts process authenticity differently. Introverts tend to watch for alignment between words and actions. Conditioned to observe more than speak, they notice inconsistencies quickly. But if raised in environments where their voice wasn't valued, they may doubt their own perceptions, second-guessing themselves even when their intuition is correct. Extroverts often process authenticity through interaction. They test people's trustworthiness by engaging directly, reading tone, energy, and responsiveness. Yet, if conditioned to equate acceptance with likability, they may ignore red flags just to keep relationships smooth. Neither approach is better. Both can be sharpened by awareness. The key is recognizing how your conditioning might be clouding your ability to discern truth from performance. Practical insights: how to see more clearly. Conditioning is powerful, but it doesn't have to control you. Here are ways to shift perception. 1. Question automatic labels. Notice when you categorize people as alpha, beta, sigma, or anything else. Ask, is this real or is it conditioning? People are more complex than labels. 2. Check for distortion. When you feel dismissed, judged, or inferior, pause. Are you seeing reality, or are you looking through the cracked mirror of insecurity? 3. Balance introvert and extrovert strengths. If you're introverted, trust the power of observation, but don't silence your voice. If you're extroverted, value your social radar, but don't let likability cloud your judgment. 4. Redefine power. True power isn't about dominance, attention, or performance. It's about authenticity, being the same person on stage and off stage. Personality and perception are not fixed. They are shaped by years of conditioning, but they can be reshaped through awareness. What you see is not always what is real. Sometimes, it's what you've been trained to see. The real question is, are you willing to challenge the lens you've been handed? Because only then can you stop seeing life through distortion and start living it in truth. Because truth isn't just something you find, it's something you learn to see. And if you're ready to take the full journey, you'll find my book, Breaking Free from the Static Mindset, linked below. It's designed to help you think clearer, grow stronger, and move beyond the limits of your environment, so you can create a life that actually expands with you. Remember this: your perspective is yours, your truth is yours, your lens is yours. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and don't forget to subscribe.